you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years.
Victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which were recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you call.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people.
If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
That worked. What do you think?
I definitely think that worked.
I think that works too, Gina Ricci. On Fun Friday, coming off $2 million to the American Foundation for the Blind, like the ending of trafficking for horse slaughter. Incredible days. And this is children. This is like the Man Down Under song, like from back in the day. This is
Absolutely.
Awesome. What is your fun fact, my friend?
My fun fact is that when I can, I get to play the didgeridoo, and I'm not Australian, but circular breathing is a bit of fun exercise, and it keeps the kids moving at the beat of the didgeridoo.
Yes, I think Gina and Bella played the didgeridoo as well. So welcome to the party. We are super grateful for you being here, and David, happy Fun Friday.
Happy Fun Friday. Thank you very much for having me.
David is also Gina, the COO of Mallow Street, Sean. Forgot that little fun fact real quick, but yes. So back
Come
to
on,
the next.
Gina. Come on,
Gina.
Sean,
there's so
Come
many
on, go forward,
things.
Gina. Come on.
Let's go. Brent
Ready? We're gonna work with Gina right now. Okay. So this is what we do here at Influence Mastery. It's like, oh, I forgot. Oops, I'm not perfect. Ooh, I forgot. Ooh, I'm not perfect. What did I make a mistake on? Go forward. Come on now. Have fun. Go forward. Heart-centered, strong, confident, certain. Gina Ricci, stop with the I made a mistake. I love you. Let's go.
I love you, Sean. Thank you. I take it. I own it. Next up, coming to us from his car, Mr. Brent Buffone is hiring across the USA. Oh, by the way, he's in Las Vegas, helping new agents make $250K a year. He's part of a $5.5 million life insurance agency. Welcome, Brent, to The Real Raw.
What's up, brother? Happy Fun Friday. Is it Brett or Brent, Gina?
Brent, B-R-E-N-T, last name Buffone, so it's an alliteration, BB.
B square. B squared. You are a man that can talk. I hear it already. B squared can talk, can influence and make things happen, run a $5 million life insurance dynamic. How are you, my friend? And what is your fun fact?
Fun fact about me is I once got paid for feet photos.
I heard that's a thing.
You got paid for what?
Yeah, that's right. I'm a foot model.
You're one hot man, brother. You're one hot man.
It's
we love that.
It's Las Vegas. It's a desert. It's blazing. I'm born and raised out here, and I love the heat. So you just adapt to that environment.
Brother, can you bring us some heat and show your feet on the Real Raw on this Friday? Can you show us some of those feet
I'll show you
right
my
now?
hands
Naked. Can you make your feet naked
eyes.
here?
No feet. No feet. That's it. I'll give you a
We got to pay you. We got to pay you to show the feet. We got to pay Brent to show the feet.
Yeah, you
okay,
gotta,
so we're
gotta
coming
cash
back to
at me or Venmo me.
Brent, happy, Bella, Venmo this man some money. Let's see his feet. So Brent, how are you? Awesome job. This is fun.
You know what else is
Gina,
fun,
we got
Sean?
Brent and David. We got the extrovert and the introvert rolling. Let's go.
And we have next this incredible woman who has the most fun name, Harmony. Harmony Edwards is here with us today from Berkshire, Massachusetts. Real estate, financial advisory, property management, insurance. She's a rock star. Welcome, Harmony, to the Real Raw.
Harmony,
you.
how are you? How are you on this fun Friday, Harmony?
I'm doing well. I'm having a great fun Friday.
Amazing. We do need some harmony here because we have insanity. So please help me. Gina and Bella are just too much harmony. So can you bring some like harmonizing energy to this dynamic, please?
Yes, I will harmonize the Unblinded.
Thank you. And what is your fun fact, Harmony?
So my fun fact that I'm going to share is that I recently started a manifestation and accountability group, and I thought it was just going to be like a couple friends doing this, and it ended up blowing up. We're at about like 600 people in the group now, just helping each other, coaching each other, mentoring each other.
That's a beautiful thing. That sounds like harmony to me.
Harmonizing.
Right? Harmonizing. It's happening. It's harmonizing. And it sounds like a beautiful energy. It sounds like you're Bella Verita like people. So welcome, Harmony, to the Real Raw on this fun Friday.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Come on now. Who we got?
Let's go. Next up, grew up in LA, moved to Portland at the age of 10, Lewis and Clark Law School grad. Her own firm is called Yellow Dog Legal. I love that. She's also opening the first pet custody firm in the US, has a blogging site for lawyers called Bloggers Online, and a podcast and a popular blog called Eat the Monkey, You Asshole. Welcome. Welcome, Nick. I know Nicole Schaefer is here with us. Welcome, Nicole.
Oh my God.
Nicole, please tell us about this. This is extraordinary. We love it. We love to collect amazing people of influence, fun, and natural characters in the world. Clearly, you are one. So, Nicole, what's the story with Eat Monkey's Asshole? Yes.
Eat the Monkey, You Asshole. It's essentially a book I started writing, 2 years ago about my puppy, Cody, who was just destroying the house. And so it's just a bunch of really funny stories about dogs mixed with puppy raising tips. And I wrote the book and then started the blog and the podcast.
And where does the monkey part like roll in? Like what's the dynamic and like the whole thing?
Yeah, so Cody really liked to chew on us instead of his toys when he was a puppy. And so one day I was standing in the kitchen and he comes over to me and just launches at my leg and latches on. And it hurt so much that the only thing I could think to say was, "Eat the monkey, you asshole," because his monkey toy was like lying right there. So, yeah.
I love it. Nicole, you are in the right space. Happy Fun Friday. And would you like to add any other fun facts?
Oh, another fun fact. I was once on an episode of Leverage as an extra. So that was fun.
Nice. Very cool. Were you leveraged on Leverage?
Unfortunately not, but.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Nicole, thank you for being here. So we got harmony. We got like eating monkeys, you a-hole. Yes, eat the monkey, you a-hole. Yes, Gina, who else do we have here?
All right, our last judge today, Sean. This man lived down the street from Seton Hall in his early years, now is in Jupiter, Florida, had many years at different areas of the Jersey Shore, including Long Beach Island, including Manasquan. He's teaching innovative ways to make, manage, and save money. Make zero the hero, zero risk, zero tax, zero debt, and zero stress. Welcome, Brian Daly, to the Real Raw.
Well, thank you. Great to be here.
Brian, you are part of, like, there's the great migration in Africa. I think the second great migration is every human being in America moving to Florida. So congratulations on being part of the great tax migration. So welcome to the party, my friend.
Well, thank you. Great to be here. I came for a weekend 30 years ago and stayed for 30 years. It's been a very long weekend.
It's like the Hotel California, the great state of Florida right now. So amazing job. And is that your fun fact, or is there another?
No, I have a fun fact. I won a BMW in a raffle.
Whoa!
And if I could tell a quick story about it.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I'm going to a networking event. Friend comes up and says, "You want to buy a raffle ticket?" I said, "Sure." "What's it to benefit?" It said, "To benefit the blind." I said, "Great, I'll take a ticket." She said, "I'll be $100, please." I said, $100 for a raffle ticket? You got to be kidding me. So what are you guys giving away? Cars? She said, "Yeah, we're actually doing BMWs." So the day of the raffle comes, my friends, for whatever reason, go to the dealership I guess they felt they were going to be the lucky drawers. They call me on the phone. They say, "You're not going to believe this. You won the car." I'm like, "You're kidding me." Turns out that I won a 2-year lease on a 4 Series BMW. So what do? The very next day, I was familiar with the 3, familiar with the 5. I run down to the dealership. I get in the 4, and it's a little small. I jumped into a 5, and I fell in love with it. So I called the woman from the foundation, and I said, "Hey, how about we do this? You just give me the money for the lease. I'll buy the car, and we'll have a big celebration," and so on. She said, "Sure." Calls back. She said, "We have a problem." She said, "We don't have the money. There's no money in we didn't collect as much as we thought." So I'm going through a debate saying, is Lord testing me to see if I'm going to turn these folks into the prosecutor or whatever? She brings a bunch of folks in from her Blind Institute, and we sit down, and she starts telling me all the wonderful things that she's doing for these people. And their books and records were an absolute wreck. So we ended up, at the time we owned restaurants, so we ended up doing a cook-off between the blind chefs and our sighted chefs, and raised more money for the Beyond Blind Institute. So I thought that was a sort of a great story that dovetails into Unblinded. And throughout the whole experience now, I'm thinking, am I being tested? What's the lesson here? How do I learn? Do I throw these blind people under the bus for whatever it was, 15 grand or whatever? So, but it turned out to be a great success. And I've been a big supporter, a fan of theirs, and helped them get their act back together, and they're doing great stuff. So I always say, let me tell you about the car that I won. So there's my fun fact.
Brother, that is a phenomenal fun fact. Awesome story. And I'll just give you one piece of advice for everybody. And this is what you came for. Be careful and watch out for those blind scheming bastards. That is my fun fact on this Friday. P.S. I am blind, for those that do not know. So yes, and we just had a beautiful gift from Gordon Dunn, former owner of Cleveland Cavaliers Foundation for Providing Blindness, of $2 million yesterday. I'm on the board of the American Foundation for the Blind. So it's been quite an extraordinary year already, and we're rocking and rolling. So thank you for that amazing story, and thank you for turning them in and turning this into massive value. Great job, brother. So now let's hit it. We got the influence sorceress. That's what's present. She started selling crafts on her front lawn as a tot. She progressed onto the space of network marketing, became a 7-figure earner. From there, she moved on to being not the number 3, 2, or 1. Actually, not the number 3 or 2, but the number 1 business broker in the state of Nevada. And she's like, you know what? I'm so badass at doing all this stuff. I love people. I want to make magic happen. I'm going to source talent for people, because you need to find people like me, although I'm the only person like me in the world, but at least you can find somebody close to me. So she sources talent to help companies grow, build, scale. She is the chief cook and bottle washer, queen, princess, the influence sorceress, CEO, founder, all of it, of Align Talent. The one, the only co-host of The Real Raw, Bella Burrito.
Woo! Party in the house! Party in the house!
Bella, what is your fun fact besides the fact that you're Bella Verita? Like, that's a fun fact in and of itself.
That is a fun fact. You know, Sean Callaghan, I think it's a pretty fun fact that tonight I am going to see live and in person Gina's former rock star boyfriend live and in person on Broadway. I think that is, with some of my favorite people in the world. I think that's a pretty fun fact.
That is. Who's Gina's former rock star boyfriend?
It's just a small rock star by the name of Bruce Springsteen.
Oh my goodness, Gina, that's extraordinary. That's incredible.
This is inflated. This story is a little inflated, but that is a very exciting night, Bella Verita and Sean Callaghan.
Yes, absolutely amazing, wonderful. Yes, it should be truly extraordinary. So Bella, are you ready to do this thing today?
I am ready, Sean Callaghan. What is it that we're doing here?
I don't know, but Gina, can you call Bruce and just tell him to make sure everything's okay and good?
I can make sure that. And if you guys want to come to the beach club tomorrow, you might just see him in his chair resting from his knife. So I'll make sure of that, and I'll tell him tomorrow that you guys said hi.
Is that resting from his time with us or from with?
Yes, his time with you.
All right, Bella, let's do this thing.
All right, let's do
this thing.
All right,
let's go. Who's going first?
I think our extrovert Brent should get to go first.
Let's go, Brent. Right. Who would you like Bella Verita to be?
Excuse me?
Who would you like Bella Verita to be? She'll be anybody that you want. This game is about going from hello to yes, because that's where it all starts.
Real quick before that, Sean, I know that you said a second ago that you were blind. Is that
yes, sir.
True?
That is 100% true. I have retinitis pigmentosa, hereditary degenerative eye disease. It cost me my professional baseball career as captain of the Columbia University baseball team, 4-year Division I starter. My grandfather has the same condition. It's what Steve Wynn of the Wynn Hotels has. So I stopped driving about 10 years ago. Yes, I am blind, but I also ski in surf in tropical storms, ski, mogul with double black diamonds, have videos online about it. But yes, I am actually blind.
And teaching other people how to surf in hurricane conditions as well. It's his specialty. He actually doesn't really prefer teaching in like normal conditions. He hires someone else to teach in normal conditions. He only teaches in like hurricane conditions when waves are going sideways. Always trust the blind man in those conditions. But let's continue, Sean.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's an honor to be here today. So you said that I can make Bella Verita can be anybody in the world. That's what this game is, right?
Yes, sir. That you would want to get a yes from. Yeah.
That I would want to get a yes from. Okay. Well,
yes.
Since basically what she was telling me was that Bruce Springsteen's ex-girlfriend was Gina. So Bella Verita obviously is going to be his new girlfriend.
This is fun. Brent, I love Brent. Brent, you are fun, brother. Like, this is fun. And we've had more than 3,000 people on this show from the beginning of COVID, and this is fun. So, Bella, you are Patty, Bruce's current wife. Let's have some fun, and let's drop in, Brent. Take us in, Bella.
Hello, this is Patty.
Hey, Patty, this is Brent Buffone. I'm just giving you a call today in regards to the request you filled out and sent into our office regarding the state-regulated life insurance, the one that pays off any funeral, burial, or final expense. And you listed here that your birth date is 9/23/1978. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, perfect. And then you listed here either a current or an old address, which is 123 Success Lane. Is that still current?
That is still current, yep.
Okay, perfect. The purpose of my call today is just to get this informational packet out to you. It takes about 10 minutes. I'm gonna have you off the phone here in 30 seconds. They just make me, the field underwriter, come out, make sure that you're not 600 pounds overweight. You are who you say you are. There's no insurance.
Yeah, how did you get my number though? Like, I don't remember.
Yeah, we got a request here sent into our office.
Yeah, I sent in a lot of requests. So I'm not sure. Can you tell me a little bit about you and maybe why I'd want to work with you?
Well, perfect. My job, Bella or Patty, is just to get out there and serve you with this request that you asked for help with. And in regards to my job, I just gonna be there as tomorrow on Tuesday, or excuse me, on Saturday. Is it gonna be better at 11 a.m. or 1 p.m.?
Yeah, I don't know that I can meet on Saturday.
Okay.
My husband's playing a show on Friday, and so I'd like to really take care of him, after show and really support him and make sure he's taken care of. So probably not gonna work.
Perfect. Well, what I'll do, Patty, is I'll just swing by then on Tuesday. Is it better at 4:15 or at 4:45?
I'm not sure if that's gonna work either. I'll probably have to check the schedule with my husband and see.
Okay, perfect. Well, what I'll do here is in regards to this request, most of the time people fill these out because they just want to make sure that their family's not burdened with any final expenses like funeral or burial. Is that what you were looking for or something different?
Yeah, no, it's definitely what I'm looking for. But as I mentioned, I filled out a couple of different forms, and so
no worries. Well, what I'll do is I'll just give you a call on Monday. Does that sound okay?
That sounds good.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you then, Patty, and have a good time with your husband this evening and this 4th of July weekend.
Thank you. Will do.
Okay. Bye.
Excellent job, Brent. Excellent job. Love the energy. We'll see what the judges have to say in a minute. So let's bounce it on over to David. David, who would you like Bella Verita to be?
So one of the projects I'm working on at the moment in Mallow Street, which is the company that I work for, is to work with investors. So we're an educational platform to help institutional investors get better decisions, make better decisions, ultimately for the pension funds that they run. So it's totally different to Brent's side of things. It's very, very business to business. It's very mundane in many cases, but it's actually really fascinating. One of the challenges I'm working on at the moment is helping investors understand how important China is as an investment destination, and to be able to make a decision: do I want to go China? Do I not want to go China? Or do I want to stay, sort of ostrich with my head in the sand? And so I have a number of conversations with people trying to help them think through the challenges of what do I need to know about China? So I think, Bella, if you could be an institutional, like a university pension fund investor, CIO, who's on the fence, China, that'll be a good challenge.
Okay, let's do it.
Take us in,
cool.
Bella.
Hello, David. This is Bella.
Bella, hi. How are you? It's been a while since we've spoken. How have you been getting on with the China project that you've been working on?
It's coming along. It's been a little challenging, especially with COVID and everything. It's definitely had its challenges.
I can imagine the challenges don't get any harder or don't get any easier when all of the news is sort of anti-China and everything that's going on about China.
Exactly.
I was wanting to see, Bella, if you were interested in having a conversation with a few mainland Chinese asset managers who could help you understand the way that they look at the world and the challenges that they find in investing in China, and how that relates then to the sort of work that you're doing and the other global asset managers that you might be talking to. It takes a lot of time because these guys have translators and English isn't their first language. So it does require patience, which is why I thought I'd call and check to see if this is something I could try and get into the diary in a gentle kind of way.
Yeah, what do you think, just knowing what you know already, what do you think the benefits would be of having these meetings with them?
That's a great question. And, the benefits are immense because China is such a phenomenally different country. We talk about our history here, where in China it's a 7,000-year-old history. They do things very differently. And so when you're trying to understand how to allocate or whether to allocate to Chinese investments, one really needs to get behind the Chinese wall, pun intended. And I guess with that,
good one.
it's about understanding how their black box works, how the investment decisions process works, how the team works, how they value risk, how they look at different sectors. And it's a totally different experience to what you'll have talking to anybody at BlackRock or talking to anybody at Fidelity or any of the large global asset managers. So knowing what I know about you, I think what you would really get out of this is an exposure to a totally different way of thinking about asset management, and using that as a means to understand whether or not the alpha generation that you can get out of the Chinese market is right for you now, or whether it be right for you in 2 years' time, 5 years' time, or maybe never.
Yeah, that definitely sounds interesting for sure. That makes sense. Thank you for expanding on that. I appreciate it.
That's no problem. So what I'll do is I'll send you some profiles of some people, if that's okay.
Yeah.
And if you're interested, then we can probably set up a call with maybe 2 of them. And I think it'll take about 45 minutes of your time, and then I'll maybe call back with another set of questions and get you a follow-up after that for about 15 minutes or so. So if I could take an hour of your time to try and help you meet the people that could be interesting and relevant to you, that'd be amazing.
That definitely. Thank you so much, David. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Mr. David, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Bella, it's a call from a gentleman named Bernie Madoff. He said that he's got some thoughts and ideas about where you can invest the pension funds.
Ah, that sounds fun. That sounds like an adventure.
All right, we'll be right back. Excellent job, David. Person of integrity, investment, sourcing, for sure. So let's drop in with our incredible judges. Harmony, can you bring some harmonizing energy and assessment for our fine contestants in 30 seconds each, please? 15 seconds what worked, 15 seconds what could be optimized, and a score on a scale of 1 to 10. Let us begin with the one, the only, Mr. Brent.
What you said? Yep. Okay. So, was I muted? I'm sorry.
You're good.
So, 30 seconds for Brent. Brent, I would give him a 5.5, and that's only because I believe that the approach could have been a little bit more direct and a little bit more informative. I don't feel like there was much covered in what would have been going on in the meeting when you're coming to the person's house. I feel like if you're inviting yourself into someone's house, that they need to know a little bit more information, going into that.
Excellent. And what do we have for David, please, Harmony?
For David, I'm going to say that was an 8. I believe that David did give a lot of information. I learned a lot in just, the brief time that he was speaking. Not really familiar with any of the things that he was talking about, but I feel like I learned enough about China that I might be willing to invest with them. So I'm going to go with an 8 for David.
Nice. Thank you, Harmony. Nicole, how about yourself? What did you have for Brent?
Yeah, I think I agree with Harmony. I think Brent probably gets a 6 from me. I thought he was very pushy, I guess, but I don't know, maybe that's just part of that industry. He was very nice though. I agree with Harmony. I don't know if I'd want someone I didn't know that much about to come into my space. And David, wow, you're just super calm and collected, and you come across just, you know your stuff. So I would probably give you an 8.5. I trust you now. I don't know. So good job. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much for that, Nicole. Brian, how about yourself? What did you have for Brent, please?
For Brent, I give him a 7 for attitude and showing up, and I know that he was a little bit nervous and maybe caught off guard a little bit. I think that if he did it again, it would probably be a lot different the second or third time around. For David, I would say a 7 or an 8, with very calm, cool, collected. Obviously has said those words before, and inspired confidence, I think. So
very, very nice. Excellent. And how about for David?
That was for David. The second part was for David.
I'm sorry. That
Yeah.
was saying, okay, you combine them both. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. David obviously
So-
has said those words before, I believe. So I don't think it was the first time you said them. So
Excellent. So Brent, would you like to have some more? I'm sorry, Brent, and yeah, let's go, Brian. Would you guys like to have some more fun?
always.
This is a fun crowd, Sean. I definitely think they're ready for fun.
Yeah. So Bella, what do you think we should do?
Ooh, well, Brian's the most excited about the fun. So I think, yeah, he's like, Sean, he's like fist pumping, like all the things. He's got money jar, like he is like ready to have some fun. So I think we should grant Brian the gift of having some fun. So Brian, do you want to know what that fun looks like?
I'm afraid yes.
Okay. So what that fun looks like is, our dear friends David and Brent were, on the hot seat here today. I had to go from hello to yes. And we like to put Sean on the hot seat and be able to make him go from hello to yes on like something that, may not be that easy to get a hello to yes in. So Brian, would you like to set the scenario for Sean that he would go from hello to yes on anything? He could be anyone, like he's been President Biden. He, the other day, was, I think he was President Trump convincing President Biden on why he should still build the wall. Like that's happened. He has influenced a very conservative New Jersey attorney on why he would want to go to Burning Man. He has done a marriage proposal to someone to keep them in the country. So any kind of scenario that you want, we're going to put Sean on the hot seat. You get to set the scenario. What do you think we should do, Brian?
If I could, maybe this will violate the rules, but I would say, how about he convince Bella Verita why she should stay in New Jersey and not move back to Florida? What do you think of that? Does that work?
All right, Bella, how are you? Bella, how are you doing?
I am wonderful, Sean. How are you?
I am so grateful, so thankful, and I just want to share with you what an extraordinary job you do on The Real Raw. And what makes it particularly extraordinary is how much fun you bring, the variance of energy, when you drop into your heart, when you're completely out there. It's just like absolutely amazing and awesome. So when you came into this show, it completely shifted the trajectory of everything that we're doing. And I knew that like out there somewhere was that person to fill that seat. And here you are. So just thank you for everything that you have done and you do.
Thank you, Sean. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And just, we haven't chatted about this in a bit. What is your current vision that you're looking to create, impact, bring to the world? We've spent almost a year now rocking and rolling through the space of acceleration. You've been in the space of personal development for a terribly long time, most of your life, going back to your network marketing days, and having seen all the things you've seen here on Blinded, all the things that we've done, from going to Necker Island to Buck Island, to hearing the beautiful, incredible things that Tony Robbins said about what we're doing here and me, with humility.
Yep.
What is it now, as you've impacted these people, stepped into these worlds, what is it that you want for you and that you're looking to create?
I think my next big vision, and something that has been on my heart is and ever since I was the truth is ever since I was in network marketing, the reason I loved network marketing is it felt like a big family. We would do events together. These were people I was close to. And when I started building my own company, I always wanted that family feel. I wanted to have that family feel back, to be able to, spend time with people that were like mine, that were on the same path, wanted the same things in life, that were success driven, that were impact driven, and that were also, fun, love, and magic driven. And so, now it is really about, creating that family feel again, living that, and then also becoming one of the world's best female speakers. And there is definitely a book in the future to become a new best-selling author.
Awesome. So I'm hearing you say is that depth of connection, team, family, impact, like those things mean the world to you.
Yes.
Now, I know you love Florida and you love being in Fort Lauderdale. You love that whole world. What is it that provides for you? What do you receive from being in Florida?
I love the energy of Florida. It's open. I love wearing sundresses and sandals all the time. I love being able to eat outdoors. I'm a big foodie. I love to like sit outside, be able to sit outside all year long and eat great meals sitting outside. I love that the beach is 8 minutes away. So I can, go get in sand and jump in the water. The food is amazing. And I also love, because I'm from Texas, I've lived on the West Coast as well. And I love the East Coast mentality that is like driven, hustle. But what I love about Florida is like, it's also got a little bit of flow. So like, relaxation is okay too. Whereas I feel like the upper East is like, just let's go all the freaking time. And I like to slow down and enjoy life and have a little fun. So I feel like Florida's got that good mix of both.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, what are your thoughts on the idea of like, obviously there's no place that has everything, like there's no place that's absolutely perfect. Is that fair?
That's fair. It is really freaking humid in Florida right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And in terms of connection, family, love, growth, building, like how many people do you have as like your core base in Florida overall? Like how much of that is there?
I don't really have much of anyone that's there. I'm there. My family's in Texas. And there's a fellow member, Jack Traveris, that is in Unblinded. He is there. So I hang out with he and his wife, and that's about it.
Okay. And how about just, and go New York, New Jersey area? Like how much of your non-biological family, but your work family, your team, like how much of that is in New Jersey and that area?
There is a lot. I see where this is headed, John Callaghy.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm just asking you questions. Like integrity-based human influence is only about revealing truth. That's all. And so so I know we got to wrap up in a moment, but what I'd love to have a longer conversation about is, I know we're launching the new office for the enterprise between Callaghy Law, Unblinded, all for Align. We're opening our nice, just under 20,000 square foot office space.
Yeah.
We're going to have, like soft ice cream machines. We're going to have tree houses. We're going to have ping pong tables and who knows what of complete insanity, fun, galvanization, energy, 100 to 150 of your closest friends every day, music, energy, dance parties, midday, like that'll be there whenever you want. And of course there's beaches and skiing, and there is peace and skiing. Did I understand that you sort of begun to like skiing? Is that true or not true?
That is true. Yes. I've begun to like skiing, surfing, all of those things.
Wow. So what I'm just hearing you is that in New Jersey, you have surfing, you have skiing, you have quiet and peace in places like Long Beach Island. You have, oh my goodness, your chosen family and all these amazing people in like a party atmosphere, working, building, growing, scaling, synergy, energy. Well, holy cow. I think New Jersey might have all the things, basically. Maybe you can't do it all year round, but oh yeah, you can. Because you're outside in the skiing and the snow and the fun and the magic of that energy. Maybe not perfect, maybe not everything. But if you actually put it on the board, I'm listening to you, that's all. Mm-hmm. It might be like 97 to like 6 if it was a football game in favor of New Jersey over Florida. And I'm just telling you what your scores are from your mouth, not mine. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts?
Well, Sean, you make some valid points. I'm not so sure that I want to continue being friends with Brian or not. But there is definitely some valid points that have been made and that are up for consideration.
All right, amazing, great job, Bella. Out of roll, Brian. How did we do with that fun scenario? Thank you for great job. How do we do?
I'd give that a 10.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you.
David's
how did
giving
that resonate?
thumbs up.
Oh, thank you, David. Let's go, Harmony. How did you feel about that?
I was convinced to move to New Jersey. You might have convinced me to stay in the Berkshires.
Amazing. So listen, Harmony, thank you for being here. And by the way, Bella, how'd that feel for you?
That was actually quite impactful.
Uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Harmony, extraordinary job today. Thank you for being here. How was your time with us on The Real Raw?
I loved it. I enjoyed the experience. I've never done anything, like this. And I think that it's important for the way that we communicated and then the role playing. I think that's important. I heard a lot of things with each individual when they were speaking of things that I also do or say that I'm going to be more aware of now. So that was like a great aspect of learning for me.
Awesome. Well, appreciate it. And Harmony, what's a big yes that you are seeking in the world? Like, what's a big yes for you?
My big yes right now. Are you saying like what I'm looking for? My big yes.
Yeah.
So,
what's a yes that would be big for you and matter to you in the world? Yeah.
I mean, a big yes for me is a yes from, seller leads, always looking for sales. But right now I'm working on a couple endeavors that I'm looking for investors on. So that's like a big yes that I'm looking for always, looking to get into the cannabis industry. So
yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
You know what? Bella Verita might or might not have puff passed with Melissa Etheridge 2 weeks ago with 20 of us at the Beck Interior Ranch, or maybe not. But we wish you all the best, Harmony, with everything that you're up to, and thank you so much for being
Sean,
here.
that was one thing that you left out with moving to New Jersey is that it just became legal in New Jersey and it's still not legal in Florida. So
yes.
You're only building the case. So Harmony, thank you for that. Belle, awesome job. Nicole, how was your time with us here today on The Real Raw?
Oh, so fun. I really enjoyed watching people and listening, and it definitely helped me see better techniques for talking to people because I'm not that great, at talking to people. So, so that was helpful. Yeah.
Well, awesome job. Bella, get out of the way.
Who are you?
Why are you hugging the camera?
Wait, who are
Why
you?
are you always hugging the camera? This woman hugs
Do you
the camera
think just
nonstop.
because this is your office, you can just barge in anytime you want?
Yes. Why are you in the conference room instead of my office? Okay. So excellent. So Nicole, thank you so much for being here. You did an extraordinary job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Brian, great scenario. Truly appreciated what you did and you. How was your time with us today on The Real Raw?
It was great. I never made and lost a friend so quickly with Bella. I hope I didn't hit a nerve on that one, but I really appreciated the big difference that I heard was you asked thoughtful questions, you fed back the response. And then I guess maybe your time as an attorney, choosing those questions to sort of lead them down the path, which, uncovering the truth, right?
Yes,
but nudging them in the direction that you wanted them to go. So that was good. Slowing it down a little bit and feeding it back to them.
Well, thank you, Brian. And in all sincerity from my heart, being an attorney certainly sharpens some of those skills, but it was truly outside of that world in studying human influence from the stage, from people like Tony Robbins, from Bruce Springsteen, from modeling people of incredible influence in storytelling, in congruence, in matching and mirroring, in integrous scarcity, in energetic transferences and the shifting between fun, aspirational goddess Zeus energy. And we unpack incredible amounts of the science. And so it has been a incredibly complex journey of 24 years that causes the ability to create influence, which I do believe is a superpower. People say things and people are like, oh, and get me in your ClickFunnel. We've raised millions and millions of dollars for charity. We've caused records to be broken on some of the most mature stages in the world in terms of their processes, and come in and disrupted them and broken records, including on Tony Robbins stages for Platinum Partnership sale, where I've had the privilege of speaking there 11 times now. And in courtrooms, all of it, it's about how do we cause leadership and reveal truth. And Brian, a great scenario. Love your energy. Like, you're very present. I could feel your thoughtfulness and depth of thinking is very present, and really appreciate you being here today. And the very fun scenario. Very cool job. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Let's go. Brent, how was your time with us here today, my friend?
It was good. I'm glad, honored to be a part of this room with such amazing people. Brian, he was right in regards to, I was kind of thrown off guard a little bit. If I was to do it again, I feel like I would do 10 times better, because I would have my script up. But it was fun. I love what we talked about just in regards to ability to influence other people, going from hello to yes. Brian, yes, you're definitely here being tested, like in your other stuff you were talking about before. But like, this whole life is just a big test. So I'm glad that, to be here today. Thank you guys.
Awesome. And Brent, my heart to yours, you are a very talented communicator. And is it okay if I offer you a thought? Like,
yes.
Not necessarily, a thought. You don't need a script, brother. You're amazing. And you know the truth. You know the dynamics, that what people need in the space of thinking about money and financial things. And as you elevate and work with more and more sophisticated folks, your ability to just free yourself and be you, connect with them deeply, reveal truth, is how you're going to create even additional extraordinary results. The script dynamic, the leverage, the duplication is a beautiful pattern at a certain level of sophistication in thinking and business. And your abilities, and I mean this sincerely, we do this every day. I could feel your energy, your congruence, quick thinking. Just trust yourself, be you. You're incredibly likable, and you're very congruent, you're very fluid. And sometimes we're like trying to really be perfect and think about things and stick to a script. That's when we become less persuasive and influential. You got raw skills that are tremendous. And I know you've had a lot of success, ton of success. So thank you for being here, brother.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. David, how about yourself? Thank you for being here. Love the energy. Really terrific job. And how was your experience?
So being in the UK, across the pond from you guys, it's really interesting, one, to watch how people speak differently and interact differently to hear. I take so much away from today that's just amazing, because I hate small talk, and I call myself an introvert because I get uncomfortable going to scenarios, meeting people I've not met before, because I don't know how to start the conversation. Give me a scenario like playing the role of getting somebody to invest in a project. While I haven't spoken to investors on it yet, that's something I'm starting. It's a scenario I can put into my head, but small talk and sort of starting conversations I find really difficult. So what I really find amazing from today, Sean, was how you and Bella just have had an ability to create a conversation and to pull deep meaning out of just a few words from the start. And so, you're down there in Florida, what is it like? And then really getting into meaningful conversation rather than the superfluous small talk, which is tiresome. And that was, I mean, the notes are going to be plentiful coming out of the session today. So I'm humbled and I'm very grateful.
Wow, thank you, brother. And the dynamic, I'll say this, 100% of the time in communication. And one of our partners and dear friends is from the UK, Peter Swain. And we have very rich conversation. Peter's an incredible person of influence. And we're in Platinum Partnership. We're all in Costa Rica together just this past weekend. And what I think you so perfectly pointed out is how what may appear to be small talk can become the gateway, the key to heart-centered aspirational connection And even the most logical people, and I mean, we have so much to unpack and talk about. Hopefully we all, stay connected and you continue on our journey together. The dynamic of decision-making, even for the most logical people, ostensibly logical people, is truly emotionally grounded. And I've studied this, I understand this, I teach this. I've seen it with federal judges. I've seen who have ruled no emotion will be in my courtroom. None. Sorry, dear. No emotion will be in my courtroom. And then will truly step into a place of deep emotion, even though they're trying to conceal it. We are emotionally wired creatures. And when we are present to that and we reach that space through the listening of the person with whom we're communicating, then yes, we have the ability to unlock those deep, heart-centered, aspirational, intentional, purposeful why dynamics. So really, thank you for seeing that, David. I appreciate you being here very much.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you.
Bella Verita.
Sean Callaghy.
Final. You could go back on camera now.
Thank you. You can stay on the camera with me if you'd like.
Oh, thank you.
You're all right.
Thank you.
Final is, everyone's energy was just extraordinary today. And it really is the people that makes this show. And so thank you all for coming with just open energy, positive vibes. It was an incredible event. And you can experience more of this. There's actually a live event coming up. The team's going to put some information in the chat because I'd love to meet you all in person. But and we also have a free gift for you because, Sean is one of the most kindest, gentlest people that I know. Sometimes, unless you're misaligned, then it's like, a whole different story. But, Tony Robbins said there's no one that leads with more heart and more integrity. And he's not kidding when he says, we just raised $2 million for the American Foundation for the Blind. And that doesn't happen without integrity-based human influence. Yes, doesn't happen. Magic, time, and money doesn't happen without integrity-based human influence. So definitely download that guide, learn the formula, speak to one of our strategists so you can unpack the formula for yourself and how you can apply it in your business. And I hope to see you all again in the future.
Yeah, thank you.
Callaghy, back to you.
And what you all don't understand is the power of integrity-based human influence, Brian, is Bella started this show in Florida. And she was transported here to New Jersey through the power of integrity-based human influence. That's what actually happened. Yes. So thank you. Appreciate you guys at the highest level for being here. And it's not only influence that we work on here, it's what to do with it and how to get ourselves to use it. Because we could have the greatest influence and capabilities with integrity in the world. It's not about pitching, hooking, closing, but even once we step into that space, it's what do we do with it? How do we exponentially multiply our ability to draw people in recruitment, in fundraising, in client base, in our marketing, our selling? How does all that actually work? So we're not thinking we have to pay for ads and do things on social media. It's an entirely different world of compounding acceleration. But the hardest part is to get ourselves to use it because primarily we're so afraid of rejection and failure. So we work in all of this space to create acceleration in people's money, time, and magic, as Bella said. The greatest challenge, though, is prior wisdom and prior experience, which tells us how the world really works, but it's actually our nervous system lying to us. And the bottom line is our money, time, and magic acceleration is right here. But the challenge for people is we're all blind, Bella Verita.
And we're just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.
Day. Happy Fun Friday. Love you guys. Thank you.
Bye-bye.